Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of What's Happening Now. By all means, please reach out to us if you feel like your sound is bad, if you can't hear us correctly. We did have some technical difficulties last time, but please put something in the chat and just let us know. So tonight, I got Dr. Shotts here with us. She is from Drake State Technical College Institute here in Huntsville, Alabama. And she has a wonderful, wonderful program that we are partnered up with her to do. It's called the Renew Ready, and it's going to be focused on STEM, which is part of Innovate Alabama, who helped bring this program to Drake State. So, Dr. Shotts, welcome. So tell us a little bit about this program.
So thank you for having me here, Mr. Fye. So this program, Renew Ready, is focused on helping individuals who may be considering starting businesses in STEM-related fields or who may already have businesses in STEM-related fields and are looking for assistance in taking that business to the next level. And so by those STEM fields, what we mean are areas such as advanced manufacturing. So you can think about welding, machine tool, engineering design, also HVAC, electrical, mechatronics, as well as things like CIS and health-related fields as well. So things like nursing or CNA or phlebotomy, those types of areas. So this is really designed to help build that infrastructure within the state. Right. That's the goal of Innovate Alabama, is to help start those businesses, because small businesses are really the backbone of the economy for the state.
You know, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because here in the Huntsville area, there is a lot of small businesses here, and the businesses are booming, if you will, because I have been noticing a lot of people getting brick and mortar set up. I've seen a lot of e-commerce starting to happen. So what is Drake's role in all of this?
So our role in this is, of course, Drake State is an educational institution. We've been here since 1961 in the community. And so we really see this as just another way of providing that education to the community. By partnering with CNI Solutions, we're able to help students start to develop their business plans and develop those other skills they need to be successful entrepreneurs. This really fits within our workforce development arm at the college, which is just another opportunity that we have. It's non-credit training. So you commit for a short period of time to get some skills that you need that you can then use. We, of course, have our 4-credit options, which is our associate's degrees and our certificates in various fields, many of which I just mentioned a few minutes ago when we were talking about STEM, as well as our adult education offerings there. Right. So Drake State has quite a bit to offer the community if they're looking to enhance their education and make some changes in their lives.
Right. Outstanding. I tell you what, a lot of the potential students, explain to them how this will work. How can they actually get in?
So we have a website that we will share with you. We can put it in the chat in a few minutes. But if you go to Drake State's website, drakestate.edu/workforce or -development, if you scroll down that page, you're going to see a section for Renew Ready, and there will be a sign up here link. If you click on that link, it'll take you to the form where you can add your information in, and then we will contact you to discuss whether or not this is a good option for you. We are taking those applications through April 6th, and classes will begin here at CNI Solutions April 8th.
Outstanding. And viewers, those who are watching, if our sound is messed up, please put it in the chat so that we can get our producer to address that as well. And one of the things I want to note here is, for everyone who's signing up for this course, this is actually going to be a free class to them.
That is correct. It is no cost to you other than your time. So as I have been telling everybody that I have been talking to about this option, if you even have the smallest inkling or smallest thought that you might want to start a business in this area, take advantage of this opportunity. This is our second cohort. We had cohorts last year, and I think this is going to be our third cohort, because we had 2 cohorts last year. So this is our third cohort. And so in working with CNI Solutions, I've had the opportunity to observe the class and the interaction between Mr. Fry and the students. And, I'm telling you, I learned a lot just from when I was able to just come in and observe. It is a fantastic program. It's very engaging. You're going to learn a lot. And so again, if you think you might want to be a business owner, please take a look at this program, because this may be just the pathway for you to make that choice and make that decision in your life.
Outstanding. We got a question from one of the guest. It says, is admission to Drake open or based on SAT or ACT or any other entrance exam?
So Drake State is an open admission community college. So you are able to enroll without having to have an ACT score. Now, there are certain programs, such as our nursing program, where ACT can be taken into consideration for admittance to that particular program. But as the college as a whole, it is an open admission.
Outstanding. Hey, love that question. Love that question. So I know there's a lot of you out here who are watching this and you're saying, well, STEM, what is that? You know, I don't know what a STEM business is, but lucky for you, Dr. Shotts and I, we actually put together a list, and it's not all inclusive, but it's just something to make you say, I did not know that that could be considered STEM, that I could start a business in that. So one of the ones we're going to talk about here, Dr. Shotts, is HVAC services and repair.
Right. So HVAC is considered a STEM business. And so this is, you know, being able to go in and service and repair those units in people's homes. And I'm sure, as many people know, it's getting difficult at times to find somebody that can do this. So this is a very good opportunity if you have the, you know, if you think this is something you might want to do and you have the skill set, you might want to open your own business. The same thing for electrical repair. And what the statistics are showing us is that more and more people are getting ready to retire in these professions. So we need people to replace them. So this may be an excellent time to consider going into either one of those fields as a small business owner.
Y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that. So another one here, we got welding and fabrication. All right. We have additive manufacturing and 3D printing services. Wow.
Right. And so that actually pairs up well with our engineering design program at Drake State. And again, being in the area that we're in Huntsville, where we have such a strong economic areas in defense and aerospace, these particular skill sets come in very handy in those areas, because you may be working with companies to prototype, you may be working on parts for various types of machines or airplanes, aircraft. And again, just with advanced manufacturing, because that is definitely an area that has grown by leaps and bounds in the last few years in this area. All of these things relate back to that. And there's just numerous opportunities for you, even as a small business owner, to perhaps work with a contract with some of these larger companies in the area.
Outstanding. Got another question from one of the viewers. She says, does Drake offer the early college high school program? Oh, that's a good question.
It is a good question. So currently, Drake State participates in dual enrollment, and we do that with Huntsville City Schools and with Madison County schools. So students are able to participate in several different program areas. They usually are able to take about 2 classes. And the good thing with that is oftentimes students do not have to pay for those classes, because there are scholarships available through money provided by the state. And so this is an excellent way for students to earn college credit while they're still in high school that they can then transfer. Sometimes they're even able to get college credentials before they graduate from high school. So there's another question there that we have from a viewer, but I have one in regards to the dual enrollment. Can a dual enrollment student apply for the Renew Ready program for the entrepreneurship? As far as I know, I would say, I think it probably is, as long as they're like 18 or older, an adult, they should be able to.
Outstanding. Love it. Next question she's got here. She says, do you have internships or job placement services?
We do have job placement services at the college. So we have individuals within student services that will assist you from everything from resume writing to cover letter writing to help you. As far as internships are concerned, we do have internships available. Some of our students are able to do that through classes, through apprenticeships. And then we do have some internships that we have set up with different companies. For example, we have students that are currently participating with Amentum through NASA, Marshall Space Flight Center, in conjunction with that. And then we've also got students right now that are interviewing for internships at Blue Origin.
Outstanding. Outstanding. I love that. A couple more of these STEM businesses that you can get started here. We have Megatronics and robotics consulting, IT support, cybersecurity services, custom software development, which underneath that, that would also include people who build websites.
Right. Websites, apps, anything like that. So it's very broad.
Yes, yes. So folks, if you're listening out there and you're trying to start your business and website development is what you're doing, you could qualify to be entered into this program. All right. Smart home building and automation. Man, so when I think of smart home building and automation, I'm thinking of my Ring doorbells, my Wi-Fi cameras, my automatic garage door opening, like this. Is that right along the lines of what they're talking about here?
Yeah, some things like that. I'm sure as many of you probably noticed, as these areas have continued to grow, the devices keep getting more complex. There's more things they can do. And so in many cases, you may have a system that runs your entire home, everything from the alarm system to the lights to turning on your TV to, what have you. But the thing is, not all of us have the expertise needed to set all of that up. And if something goes wrong, sometimes you need some help to get it fixed. And so this could include individuals that have those skill sets that can come in and kind of help set that up, repair it when it goes wrong, add things to it. So something to think about. It also relates back to things like, energy savings, because you may have these devices in your home to help cut down on your heating bill or to cut down on your power usage for lights and that kind of thing. So this even relates back to, renewable energy potentially. So
got another question. She says, do you offer associate degrees or certificates of completion or both depending on a major?
It would depend. We have all of our programs have embedded within them what we call stackable credentials. So everything from a short certificate, which may be, basically 3 classes, all the way up to an associate's degree, which, of course, would be the full degree. And so we do that intentionally to give our students options. Some people may come in with the intention of getting an associate's degree, but maybe something happens in life. So you're able to get one of those shorter certificates. I'm a big proponent of getting all of the certificates and degrees that you can, because that's something that can never be taken away from you. But that way you're also able to leave us with multiple credentials.
Right.
So that's for our 4-credit programs. Now, if you're talking about our non-credit programs, then in those cases, it may be a certificate of completion. It may be that it prepares you to take an external certification of some kind, like CompTIA, OSHA, even skid steerer training, those types of things. And of course, we also have an adult ed program, which if you need to get your GED or high school diploma equivalency, we have those options available as well.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's interesting, because a lot of people don't understand or don't know that Drake actually offers a lot of other services besides coming down here to get your cosmetology license or anything like that. Y'all have a lot of other programs to offer the community that people really should know about. How can they get that information?
So the best place to go to get that information is going to be our website, drakestate.edu. All of our programs are listed on there. We have a directory with all of the information for our faculty and staff so that you can reach out to them. That includes phone number and email address. And if you contact our admissions department, they are always happy to answer any questions you have, and they will definitely make sure that you get the information you need to take a look at, getting your application in. If you want to do admissions, if you wanted to do one of the other options, they would get you in touch with our director of workforce development about non-credit options, or with our director of adult ed to get you connected with her for those options. So just give us a call, check out the website. We're always happy to help.
Outstanding. Viewers, one thing I do want to add, when you're signing up for this class for the Renew Ready, this is not an endless sign up. We do have limited seating, right? So you need to make sure you get signed up quick. As Dr. Shotts said, we will close this registration on April 6th because classes will start on April 8th. Okay. So please get to the website, sign up, put your information in there so we can go through the vetting process to ensure that you actually qualify to be able to take this class as a STEM business. And speaking of STEM business, we got a few more here that I want to go over and talk about. Underneath healthcare and medical, mobile phlebotomy and lab services. It's STEM.
It's STEM.
I didn't know that.
Yes. So, and health science is one of those where sometimes you can have a debate about whether or not it's STEM, but in our case, we count it as STEM. And I'm sure, many of you know, with the growing population in Huntsville, the need for medical care is only going to continue to increase. And something like this offers not only access, but also convenience. And so that kind of gives you the opportunity to have that niche business that maybe nobody else is doing in the area. So again, it's something to consider if you have those skill sets.
Okay. Another one that we got in here, nurse consulting for businesses.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. So again, you may have an LPN or an RN, and you may be working with a business that maybe comes to you and says, hey, we have workers that we want to make sure we're providing, healthcare or mental health care, or we want to have wellness sessions for them to try and improve morale and, keep them healthy.
Right.
Because of course, if your employees are healthy and can come to work versus having to be out because of illness, that's always going to help. This is a benefit that can be provided. So, again, nursing is considered a STEM field, and who knows, you may end up working with a STEM business in this capacity too. So, around here, there are a lot of them. So,
and Drake State, you guys actually have a lot of collaborations going on with a few of the companies here in the area that actually are STEM companies, big STEM companies.
Yes, we do. So as I mentioned earlier, we have been working with Amentum and Blue Origin, not just for the internships, but they've been assisting us with some of our grant projects. Right. Working well with our students. Right now we have NASA Hunch that's working with our machine tool program. The machine tool program has also actually been working with Alabama A&M on some research as well. So we do have those opportunities available. Of course, we've got a partnership with Leidos as well. That's another company that has been a great partner for the school and providing opportunities for our students. So we do have those relationships, and they definitely benefit our students very much.
Outstanding. We also got in here medical equipment sales and maintenance. If you want to sell medical equipment, that's going to also be part of STEM. Medical assistance, concierge services, assisting elderly and the disabled patients with non-clinical needs such as appointment scheduling, transportation, and medication reminders is part of STEM. I tell you what, when I hear STEM, in my mind, and a lot of people others' mind, they just think robotics, AI, coding. A lot of people don't know that there's a plethora of different businesses that is part of STEM.
That's correct, because as we said, STEM covers so much, and when you think about it, so many of the things that we do on a day-to-day basis, so many of the jobs that we fill, they have some element of that science, that technology, that math, that engineering. It's going to be involved in that. And again, being in the Rocket City, where so much focuses on those elements, we really are in an environment that promotes that. And so Huntsville is really a fantastic place to have this type of program, because there are so many opportunities to take advantage of.
Right. I'm gonna put up the Renew Ready so everybody knows exactly who it is and what it is, what it looks like. The Renew Ready from Innovative Center here at the Drake State. Who came up with the Renew Ready? How did that come about? What's the backstory on that?
So with Renew Ready, it was really the intent behind it was to kind of, I think, give you, use that renew is it something new, something has changed, and then ready is like we're ready to do it. So I think that is really where that came from. Right.
Man, that is awesome. So Dr. Shotts, I know you have been at the university or the college for a very long time. If you could just tell our viewers a little bit about you and your position there at Drake State.
Well, I've been at Drake State for about 19 years now. So, yeah.
Man, good googly moves. Yeah. Okay.
So I am my title is Dean of Institutional Effectiveness, Grants and Research. So myself and my staff tend to be more behind the scenes, is what I say. So we're involved with all things grants, as far as writing the grants, managing the grants, researching them so that we can continue to get resources for the college to serve our students in our community. In addition to that, we work with our accrediting agencies to make sure that the college is meeting standards that have been set by these, peer groups. And then we also work with a lot of the institutional data and a lot of the external data too, if we need to pull those to be able to use those for decision making at the college. So the way I kind of explain it is we do our things on the behind the scenes so that our instructional department and our student services departments can then go out and best serve the students. We make sure they have what they need in order to do that.
Outstanding, outstanding. Yep. Hey, folks, those who are watching and viewing, please take time to share this live with families and friends, because there could be some information I think they can use, especially if they're looking to start a business. One thing that I want to highlight, and I want to make sure everyone knows this is going to be a little bit more than you just going to an entrepreneur class. We're going to give you a lot more. You're going to walk out of here ready, geared up to start your business, even with a professional headshot that you're going to have to go with your business. And you're also going to get your own little commercial video to make to go with your business to help you get started. So we're going to give you a lot more than the training that you need to get started. We're going to get you up off the ground and running with this. So do we have, I should say, how long will this class be?
So this class is going to run April through August, the end of August. So April 8th through August 31st. So really, when you think about it, that's a very minimal time commitment to get as much as you're going to get out of this class.
Yes. I agree. I agree. Folks, if you got it, you got it. You know what I mean? Please take time to share this and get people signed up. If you got family or friends who want to start a business, who thought about starting a business, this is the time to do it, because as my dad used to say, you know what I say, boy, if it's free, it's me, right? Hey, you don't get no better than this. You're going to get quality education. You're going to get quality training. You're going to get to meet and network with some of industry's best. I mean, industry's best. So please take advantage of this opportunity. You know, whenever this came about, Dr. Shotts, I tell you what, I was super excited to partner with Drake on this, to be able to collaborate with you guys so that we can bring to our community something new, something renewed like this, and get people ready to get started in the community. Because I think that's what they need. And this right here is going to help them get started. And hopefully the word of mouth of this, of what they was able to achieve and that they're able to get out of this, will spread, and whereas we can do more things like this in the community and help others. Because I know, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people who's going to say, oh, well, why does it got to be STEM? You know, I want to open up a restaurant, or I want to start a barbershop. I want to start my own contracting company or beauty salon, you know. But at right this point, Renew Ready and Innovative Development is just focusing on STEM. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're focusing on STEM at the moment. You know, hopefully at some point in the future, we'll be able to figure out a way to open this up to a wider variety of business types. But this is the opportunity that we have right now that we can share with everyone.
Outstanding. I love it. Folks, those of you all who are in the Madison County, Huntsville, Alabama area, even Limestone County, because that's still close enough, you can qualify to be able to come participate in this program. Don't think that just because you're way over there in Limestone or out in Madison County that you can't do it. You can participate in this program, and hopefully in the near future, we can expand this further beyond those borders, because that is the idea. Is we want to try to capture as many as talented people out there who are looking to get started to run a business. We just want to give them that information that they need to help them get started. Dr. Shotts, I do appreciate you coming in here this evening, sharing this time with us and giving us this information. Is there anything that you would like to add?
Just please make sure that you go to the website, check it out. Again, if you have any interest whatsoever, fill out that form. We will be contacting the individuals that fill that out to, you know, have additional conversations with you about the program. So, you know, make sure that we have your information. And if we reach out, please make sure that you respond back to us, because we want to get to know you and what we can do to help you.
I love it. Yeah. And just as a admin note for everybody out there who's been watching, for all you all who were supporting me during the Entrepreneur Impact Award, sadly to say that we came in second. We did not gain first place, but I tell you what, I'm not sad at all, because I am very, very ecstatic that from the overwhelming support that I got from you, the community. That just goes to show that we can do something as a unit if we put our minds together to do it. So we went all the way from 200 people down to 6, and we just didn't make that final cut, but that's okay, because in my eyes, all of you all are number one for even getting us down there to that spot. All right. So always remember, your yesterday is not your today, and your today is not your tomorrow. Good night.